Top five.
Yeah, girl. You ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top 5, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Flip to page 39 and Fully Alive in every single edition past grade 4. It will show you the exact same picture of the female reproductive system. Flip the page to the male reproductive system.
Did you see Miracle of Life,
Yes,
that movie?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Not great. It's great, not great. It's like, lots of educational stuff, lots of graphics, and then the last 20 minutes is... You see it. You see it.
Yeah.
She must be famous.
Yeah, who is that woman? That would be interesting.
You know what? I want to know, who is that baby?
Oh, I bet the baby's all grown up now.
Oh, we could have a Netflix documentary about that.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
That baby that was born.
Yeah, it was the baby.
You all saw me.
In junior high, you were all forced to watch me be born.
I remember actually in grade 8, because I was in Nova Scotia at the time, and that was my first exit out of the Catholic school system into public school. I was like, whoa! But I also was I didn't want to talk about. Well, I was just very uncomfortable with my body, obviously. But I was like, I don't want to talk about this, so I'm gonna go to take a nap in the middle of this class. And then I woke up in the middle of the birthing scene. So I woke up with my eyes looking at a baby emerging from a vagina. I was like, ah!
You had no context.
I had no context. I was like, they're a baby. But also just someone had who was the cameraman? I
don't know, maybe because they weren't
scenes.
sweeping shots, it'd be weird. It's I want to try a sweeping shot right now. No. You could just get a tripod in. She feels more comfortable if it's a tripod.
Angles, yeah.
Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ranked Top 5 Lists of Stuff That Don't Matter. I'm your host, Tuong La, and I'm just going to say it right off the bat. I missed you guys. I missed you guys, everyone in the pod cavern here. Welcome back, everyone here. Except for the new guest. I won't introduce you. We have someone else that will do that honor. But right in front of me, I'm so excited I was able to get you on the podcast because I thought it was over. It was over, but it's not.
No.
I'll drive all the way back to Waterloo just to have and see your voice again. Catherine.
See your voice.
See your voice. That's.
Or you could hear it too, whatever.
I'm all flustered because I haven't seen you in so long. Catherine Ballachey's here.
Thank you for having me back. I was counting today, and this is my 5th episode of your podcast.
That's it?
Oh, I thought that was a lot.
That's it?
Oh
my goodness. Wow. We need you on more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't afford. Gas is way too expensive right now. I can't afford it to keep coming back. Yeah. Just Skype in.
No, thanks for having me again. It'll be fun.
Thank you, Catherine. Now, Catherine, there is a brand new entity in the pod cavern today.
I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Evan Gilchrist.
Evan. Hello, Evan.
Hi.
Now, Evan, is it true that it's very hard to get you on the podcast?
This is absolutely correct.
Yes. Is it true that we tried to make a podcast with you and we couldn't because you're just freaking Hollywood?
That's correct.
And you also forgot you were scheduled that day.
I also forgot I was scheduled. Yeah, so one thing you'll learn about me besides my name is that I'm great at time management.
Aren't we all?
Good thing this is the time management episode.
Oh, yeah.
Crunch episode.
But
I'm very happy to be here finally.
Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see your voice on the podcast. I'm going to just run with it. And Evan, this next guest barely needs an introduction. But go ahead.
Barely. I have also, to borrow a phrase, a distinct pleasure in reintroducing, re-inviting you, my good sir. How can I make this intro longer? My esteemed companion, my coworker. Yes. Here, who is a star and about to be in a show soon where he sings.
Oh, geez.
I always drop everything and just go watch my friend Axandre Lemours.
Hello. You can't fan yourself in.
Yes, I always do.
All right, you're allowed. You're the exception. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just, being a superhero and filling in last minute. I know you have a lot on your plate, or you're also very famous. But
Ottawa famous.
hey, man, you're looking great. You're looking great. That beard, it's good.
Thanks.
It's good.
Thanks.
We all miss it.
I just saw a picture of you and you didn't have that beard. Did it just grow back really fast, or you just posted an old photo?
No, that was a headshot from last year. It's just my favorite.
Oh, what a cheat. What a cheat. Well, it's really nice to see you, Axe. Thank you for being here.
Good to see you too, man. I'm glad you came back to O-Town.
Yeah. O-Town,
For a little while.
Motown.
O-Town, Motown.
I got nothing. Speaking of words that start with an M.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, that's... Oh, God, I'm rusty.
You're great at the segue.
Now, well, I got nothing else to lead in with. We're talking about moms today.
Yay.
Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
And you know what? Moms need to be celebrated, honestly. There not only has to be a day about them, but there should be a podcast episode
Why
about
not?
them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, what do you guys feel about mothers?
Mothers can be pretty cool.
Mothers can be pretty cool.
My mom's the best.
Well, you see, that's the thing. If we were debating
Yeah.
like non-fictional moms, we'd all just be like, my mom. No,
I
my
wouldn't.
mom.
Top 5. My mom.
I hope your mom's listening.
My mom's not
She
listening.
sends you a postcard. I'm disappointed.
She hasn't figured out how to turn on the phone yet.
Good. Well, we're debating fictional
Fictional moms, that's
Yeah.
right. Today we're debating fictional moms, and before we get started, of course, we have to make ground rules, and I think there are many.
Yeah.
I think there are many.
This could be interesting.
This could be
Yeah.
very
I guess.
interesting.
Let's start off with the easy ones. Fictional moms. We've done a lot of fictional episodes,
Yeah.
kind of like a hallmark of Ranked here. But of course, we're talking about things from like movies, TV, books, video games, literature, plays, whatever. It's all of that, as long as they're fictional. Now, we always have this every time we do, is it based on a fictional whatever? Catherine, we
We've
do
had
this.
this problem. Yeah, so when we did fictional sports teams, I pitched the Rockford Peaches, which were technically, they were real, although it was a fictional story, a league of their own, right?
All right.
So
That
what do we
was not-
land on this?
No, I can't. I would say it can't be based on a real mom. So like, it couldn't be like The Blind Side.
Yeah,
Like
I
so,
think so.
like,
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
few lists
as long as if it is based on someone like that, it has to be pretty far off.
the
Like
truth.
pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty fictionalized, I think. But
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are gonna go touch that.
I think we're good.
Here's another thing. I think they're. Whether they're a biological mom or like an adoptive
Yeah.
mother is fine as long as they portray mother qualities to
Oh,
that.
they're
Exactly.
the mother character
So
to someone.
this is what Evan and I have been discussing is like, what does it mean to then be a mother, and like what is a maternal quality? And I think that's what will become like part of the debate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, and it's all our like personal definitions of like maternal qualities or whatever, and like what a top maternal quality is. Like,
right.
Yeah, and are we? Is that like the biggest metric here? Is how motherly they are, or is it just like are they a mom and do they do other stuff?
I don't think it's that tangible. I don't think motherly would cover the entire aspect
I'd say-
of being a mom,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
good.
Pitch it. Like if it's a badass mom or like a motherly mom, or,
Or
like there are all sorts of different
barely
kinds
a
of
mom, but technically they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anywhere on the spectrum we land.
Right.
And not necessarily
As long as it sells.
gender specific
Yes.
too. Put that
Precisely.
out there.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
That could be interesting.
That could be interesting.
Because we do have to question gender roles at that point. As
That's
well.
the thing.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the thing.
And
Ooh, this
we're
is
gonna
gonna be
slap
meaty,
out some-
guys.
we're gonna
Yeah.
slap
We don't
out
have time for that.
performing
No meaty
gender
Oh, yeah,
podcast.
right. This is podcast abridged.
Yeah, that's right. Anything else before we get started?
It's gonna be a fun debate. I
I think
think.
there was another thing I was going to bring up, but I think it'll just naturally happen or whatever. So, just like every other episode, we're all going to nominate 3 nominations each, make a master list of 12, and rank that down to a top 5 list. I was going to work in the joke "mum's the word" at some point, but I haven't
But
found
we're
a
all
place,
talking,
and
so-
now I ruined it by saying I wanted to work in that
Or
joke.
you're gonna
You
come
did
back.
anyway.
You should have stayed mom.
Damn it!
Pew, 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 pew. New host, Axandre Lemours.
Oh, he
Welcome
just
to
said
the
it.
ranked top 5 list of stuff
Here.
that don't matter.
Take my pod cavern badge and gun.
No.
Okay, as you know, this has to be nominated. Of course, it's almost the obvious choice, but I always go for the obvious choice for the first nomination.
Together now.
I'm talking about a classic mom in TV, in cartoons specifically. The one with the big, tall blue hair. I'm talking Marge Simpson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
need to point out that in my honorable mentions, I put in Marge Simpson, and then before that, I put in brackets, Tuong is gonna mention.
Yeah, but it has to be nominated. I mean, I want to get that over with real quick. So you guys have the meaty ones, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
But she deserves props 100%.
Oh, totally.
I think so.
She's kind of iconic in a sense that like she has these really funny like mom qualities that like at times she seems like beta in the relationship, but at the same like she kind of has the wisdom of the family at the same time, you know, when she's like, homie, you're like, yeah. She's kind of like the moral compass of the show. You know, like
What I like about her is like as I get older, I understand her humor to the show more because like when you're younger, you're like Marge is lame. She's such a
It's so
party
great to
pooper.
go back and explore series like
She's
that. But
kind
yeah,
of
in the case of
like-
Marge, it's awesome.
But she's lame in a really funny way.
And she's also she's kind of sad. So the writer of BoJack Horseman, I'm blanking on his name, he actually wrote this like funny Twitter poem about her, and it's actually so tragic.
Yeah.
That like, does she have any female friends? Not really.
Not really.
Like she's kind of alone in that house, like doing the best that she can. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
With
Like
the
raising
worst
these
husband.
nutty kids with the worst husband that
Yeah.
she like stays with. You know, like.
And he's cheated on her multiple times, like by accident. But you know, it's happened.
Yeah.
He's the dumbest.
But she's done some cool stuff. Marge the Cop is one of my favorite Simpsons episodes ever.
Oh yeah.
She sells pretzels. That's really funny.
She plays Blanche in Streetcar Named Desire.
She's done a lot of that. She's done a lot of things. Marge Simpson, everyone.
Great. Yeah,
Great.
totally.
Which way should we go around? Let's go, Catherine. She's raising her hand. Here we go.
I was like, me, please. Okay. I'm going to come hot out of the gate with mine, too. I think I'm kind of preaching to the choir here when I pitch this one. Growing up, I really wanted to figure out a way to marry into this family, and I just like loved the mom of the family. I'm talking about Molly Weasley. Yes. Okay.
Show.
So she had quite a brood to watch over, and the way that she like brings Harry into the family and fiercely protects him, and
For real, like day one. He's family. It's
and
adorable.
I just wanted my favorite scene in that entire friggin' series of movies is when Bellatrix
Yes.
goes,
Oh,
yeah.
right?
I was
she
gonna
goes,
say, I had a
she
whole
goes
spiel.
to try to kill Ginny. Okay, so you have this,
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
But go on. I'll
She goes
add.
to like attack Ginny, and like Molly just like hulks out like mom powers, and she's like, "Not my baby!"
Like, literally hulks out because, you know, the only reason for Molly Weasley to be able to cast a killing curse, which she does, you see green flashes of light
Yeah.
repeatedly going towards Bellatrix,
She's
is,
badass.
you know, she's got that capacity for hate if her kids are concerned.
Exactly.
If she's
a
staring
true,
death in the face and death
Yeah.
is laughing at her son's death.
she is a true like mama bear. Yeah. Oh, totally.
Best
Yeah.
sweaters ever. Doesn't take
Yeah,
any
I was
shit.
gonna say I really wanted like those monogram sweaters growing up. It was like
Yes.
literally the only thing I took away. I was like, wow, I want to be Ron Weasley's best friend. I'm sorry, Harry. I want to be Ron Weasley's best friend.
Harry who?
Yeah,
What?
with a big giant E emblazoned on my
You
shirt.
kind of your sweater you're wearing it like it could have been knit by her. Yeah, it's
I
nice.
just need
Oh
a
my
big
God.
giant E.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I just think
Come
that
on,
my
man.
sweater might be slightly more comfortable than what like it literally is portrayed in the films. Anyways, it looks like it's
Oh, yeah,
just
that's
made of
true.
like I don't know the scratchiest wool in the world.
But they all love it.
But it's
yeah.
made out of love.
Like,
so.
and just imagine they're like walking through
Self.
like a bunch of socks like and lint like connected to them. That's what I imagine that their sweaters trained to.
Although she's really tough too. Like we
Yes.
already mentioned that, but like you know when she like sends that letter to Ron and it's just like that
Oh,
big
yeah.
yellowgram.
No,
basically.
it's like
like,
the howler.
no.
Yeah,
The howler.
Howler, yeah.
She's like, "How dare you steal your father's car?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
You
Yeah.
put another toe out of line, we're bringing you straight home.
And hello, Ginny.
That's good. That's a great nomination. Evan, what do you got?
I want to nominate right out of the gate someone from a show that I've recently become really obsessed with, thanks to the beauty of Netflix and archiving everything. I do want to nominate Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
I'm not sure if everyone here is a huge fan. I have never watched it. So get on that.
So I've seen a few episodes of that show, and it's really, really simple. They just they talk
Yes.
really, really
Yeah.
fast. And I watched
cool
a few
with that.
episodes, and I was
they
like,
just
I don't know
quippy?
what's going on.
But-
They're so quippy.
And
Yeah.
Lauren Graham, who plays Lorelai Gilmore,
Yeah.
she actually wrote a book about that as well.
No way.
Called, Talking as Fast as I Can. It's kind of like a memoir of like her time on Gilmore Girls. But more specifically about Lorelai is that if you don't know, Axe. Tongue.
No, I've never.
So
seen
basically, she comes from a really rich family in like Connecticut, and they have their whole life planned out. She's like, I've always been a rebel, and screw you. But when she was 16, she got pregnant and ran away, and then she moved to like this small little town called Stars Hollow, which literally everyone wants to live in. And
It's called Stars
Hollow,
Hollow. Yeah.
where no one drinks actual coffee out of their coffee cups. They're always empty.
That annoys me
that
so
annoys
much.
me so
when-
much.
yeah.
But apparently they are full of liquid. Anyways, the point is that she's a super strong force of nature, and she like knows what she wants, and she's been she kind of built herself up from the ground, and she's always been super supportive of her daughter, and like even though her daughter takes a different path that she does in life, like everything. We don't talk about season 5, it's fine, but like we just move on. And she's amazing. Also, yeah, just the Gilmore Girls in general. I was almost going to say her mother, Emily Gilmore, was actually going to be my nomination, but Lorelai is kind of like this center. Oh yeah,
Why is the
Interesting.
iconic
Yeah,
one?
the
she's
iconic
pretty
one.
iconic.
Yeah,
Cool.
the one who talks the fastest, I would say.
Got it.
Good qualities of a mom, for sure.
Yeah, talks the fastest, but also like never cooks, never in her life. I've never
They
seen
always
her
get
cook.
takeout,
Yeah, they
right?
always
Yeah.
take out. I'm like,
Oh,
how do you
dear.
afford this? Like, I don't know.
mean,
You afford
that
a
and the
house,
coffee
you afford all
cups, I
this.
don't-
They're in a small town. That's how they can
Small
afford
town.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Axe, what do you have?
Yo. Okay, so Molly was my first.
Oh, sorry, Axe.
That's fine. I am, not recently anymore, but still recently obsessed with Bob's Burgers because
Yeah.
Linda
Oh,
Belcher
yeah.
is my favorite character.
Okay.
Yep.
I love her infectious enthusiasm, how she'll always cheer on her kids and her husband and her friends, no matter what the hell kind of weird shit they're doing. She's an anti-nag.
She's an anti-name, but also just
In one way, yeah.
like always has the most sunshiny disposition about anything. Like she always.
Oh
has
my
the most
god, that's so true.
That's so cute.
This is really great because I just started watching Bob's
Oh.
Burgers.
Me too,
And,
yeah.
I
Amazing.
just got through season
Also
1.
on Netflix. That's why I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, show.
exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're
There's
the
that
mother
and,
of us
like,
all.
and she seems so confident all the time too. Like her
100%.
self-love is second only to her family.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
her love for her family.
She,
And that's a
she
great
never
thing.
goes through any like, oh, I wish I was younger. I wish I was more beautiful.
No.
Why don't you look at me that way? Like,
Girl's
'cause
just
Bob never
killing
looks at
it.
any other woman. But yeah, that's the thing. She's infectious.
I don't think Bob can. Honestly.
I think
No.
like my favorite quote, even though I'm only on season 1, so
That's
I don't
great.
know.
That's a
but
great season.
my favorite
Fine.
quote that I've heard from her so far is she says something like, I want you to cremate me and throw my ashes into Tom Selleck's face.
Which what a way to go.
That's
well,
great.
they're right next to a crematorium.
Hello,
Yes.
Tom.
Nice to meet you. That was my wife. Yeah.
Good stuff for being a mom. Okay, round two. Just breezing by. All right. I'm gonna go with this mom. She's a toughie, and you know what? She cares about her children above all else.
I have a few
She will
guesses.
kill for her children.
Oh.
I'm talking Cersei Lannister.
Yeah.
No.
That was on my list.
Yes. Yes. I was thinking about there's two that I would think of in Game of Thrones.
Obviously, Catelyn.
Well, I was thinking about another one too.
Honorable mentions. Or
Honorable
save
mentions.
It, save it.
I'll save
yeah.
it. I'll save it. But when I'm thinking of Game of Thrones, I'm like, you know what? It has to be Cersei. It has to be Cersei.
That's fair. In terms of best moms,
She's a fictional mom in the
Yeah.
way
But-
that she cares about her children a lot.
exactly. It goes into
lot.
that motherly quality and how it doesn't really cover what we think it will cover.
I don't
you know?
think she's actually motherly though. I think it's
Oh, no,
all
she's not,
ego
absolutely.
driven because they are extensions of her ego. You know what
But
I mean?
also, like she's more, as far as I understood, like from watching it, I think she's very protective of like herself, therefore her children.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then also like procuring a legacy, but also it's her and Jamie, right? Like it's her and Jamie's like.
Yeah, it could be argued that she values her relationship with her brother more than she
Well,
values
they
her
hammer
kids.
not now, not
Not
lately.
now.
I don't think
Yeah.
no. They hammer it home way too many times in the show where it's like her children above all else.
Yeah, in the show for
It's-
sure, I would
it's-
say, yeah.
That's what defines her character, and she freaks out when any of them are in danger or anything like that.
Even remotely though, that's like the
Tommen went out like a
I would
bitch.
say like, but the thing is, that I think that what hammered the scene that drives that sentiment home the most, I think, for a lot of people is when she's sitting there with her son Tommen on the throne and ready to take like the poison with him so that neither of them can like suffer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like that's like a huge one that a lot of people think of. At least I immediately think of. But I also do think about like she just gives in to like her children every time. Well, we're thinking more specifically Joffrey, like just like who I don't know. I feel like
And, yeah.
I don't know how to articulate that, but
Feels
yeah,
things.
as an extension of Cersei, that would be Joffrey.
Yeah.
Oh god.
She deals with Joffrey because she's like, oh, well, he's still my boy. He's still my little boy who likes to kill everyone and
I
torture
almost
everyone.
wonder if she's like he's like mama's boy wants to kill everyone, you know, like I'm so proud, you know.
The apple does not
Go
fall
with his
far.
sword and his
He's
big
so
ass crossbow.
evil.
I don't-
Oh, he's so cute.
You know what?
So cute.
You
Killing
say
all
that.
prostitutes.
You say that, but I think she does think that until he starts being bad to her, and then she's like,
fuck this.
She's
yeah.
like-
but she doesn't like fight him back or anything because it's still hit. Like,
I'm the king.
she tries to manipulate him. She's more
But
Yeah.
Yeah, she
anyways.
tries to make sure she's still holding
I
all
would,
the cards.
as a top fictional mom, she definitely has a presence.
She's a presence.
She's like
you know.
the-
They don't.
If we're talking icon, like
yeah, she's good. She's good.
We also like question as well, like is Cersei Lannister, of course, and like it's brought in like Game of Thrones. Like I think even the show like several times is like questioning her role as a woman and like as a mother is like you should be like caring more about this. She's like, well, I don't really care about being.
Well, no, I want to conquer Westeros.
Yeah, I was like, I'm interested.
I'm busy.
In my legacy. I want Daddy to love me.
Oh, okay. Let's move on. Let's
ooh,
move on.
yeah.
Top 5 incest stories.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
No, Catherine, what is your story?
So this one I feel strongly about, but I think it's maybe a bit contentious. So to the point where the actress playing her actually got death threats.
Whoa.
But
not Cersei Lannister?
not Cersei. Well, maybe Cersei got death threats too. I don't know. I know for sure.
Did for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this I'm talking about Skylar White from
Oh
Breaking
my
Bad.
goodness.
Yeah.
That got out of hand.
Wow, that was
Right?
obscene.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Anna Gunn, like amazing actress,
Yeah,
but
she's
people
great.
she had to be like, "Hi everyone, I'm not actually that woman, and also
It's
that
a
woman is it's a show." And like,
Yeah.
why do you hate her so much?
She actually is in the right
Yeah.
every single time.
So we've been rewatching Breaking Bad because it's an amazing show and it's on Netflix.
So good. It's so good.
So good. And there was this scene where she's webbing this whole weaving this whole web of lies that they're going to tell her sister and brother-in-law, right? Where Walt has a gambling addiction and they're going to get the car wash to launder the money and all this sort of stuff. And she writes this whole script. And Walter's like, this is such bullshit. You cheated on me, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, you're a meth dealer.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
what she should have said to every
Are
fan.
responsible for people's deaths. Like, the fact that I'm still here, you should be fucking
Oh my God.
worshiping me. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
literally.
just go along with this. What the hell? Like, I want for our family what you want for our family. Like, I want to keep this together.
Right.
You know? And she's fiercely protective.
That's really the turning point for her because,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just her character, but her character is like a real, just the worst in the first couple seasons. Like, she's
she
just the
cheats on
worst.
him, but she doesn't know
Yeah.
what's going on. He's on purpose
And
keeping
she's
her
also
in the dark.
and she's also responding to that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like as a
Exactly.
human being would
For
be
sure,
like,
sure.
I don't know
And
what to
like-
do with this broken
and,
shamble of a
and
marriage.
she's a smart person, and she can tell something is fucked up, but she can't tell.
details.
Exactly. I remember there's a whole
The burner
season where
phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that I was like, oh my god.
There's a whole season she thinks he's maybe dealing pot.
Pot, yeah,
You know?
Which is hilarious. We're all like,
Are you selling the marijuana?
Lol, yeah. And it's like, oh, sweet Skylar. Oh.
Like if only he was selling.
She
pot.
does become super badass for sure.
Yes, yes.
Which is really just to say she's always been. This is
Yeah,
not her
that's true.
character.
That's true. She just had a chance.
But also, yeah, like just, how fiercely protective she is, but also she sticks to her guns. She has such integrity and pride in herself that she does not like stoop to his low, which I just enjoy so much because Walter White is literally awful. Like literally so awful. And we just want to sympathize with him because he's framed as the protagonist. We're like, oh, we want him to succeed, but he's literally like a killer.
Yeah, he
and
does the bad things.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to point out that scene, because she has a moment of like, oh, wait, what? Like, hang
You're
on
not
here.
gonna go along?
Like,
Wait a minute,
you're the
Mr.
bad person
Heisenberg.
here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Have
I
an
think she's
A1
great.
day. That car wash. I would go to that car wash though. Evan.
So I had to cross Linda Belcher.
Oh.
Yeah.
There is another one that I would say I don't know how we feel, but I don't think anyone can test her fierce need to be a mother would be Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill.
Oh.
There you go. Here we go.
Oh, well, she
She is a mom.
mother.
She's like looking for her daughter the whole time.
That's her entire motivation.
Yeah.
I can see that.
She's not looking for her daughter.
No, well, she's looking to kill Bill.
She's looking for revenge.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
'cause
ultimately,
Because the
but
whole first movie, she thinks her daughter's
dead
dead.
because she
Yeah.
was killed.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then only when she realizes that she's alive, she's like,
Oh my God, motives have changed.
I don't think I don't know if like in terms of motherly qualities, like I just like everything about her, like I don't know how I feel about it necessarily because all about it and the end seems to like convalesce to this whole like after this like touching moment between her and Bill, and he's just about to like walk away and literally die, and then the girl comes
with
out
5 steps.
She's like, are you an angel? And she's like, it's me. And just how it's like an all wrapped up little nice happy ending. Yeah, I don't know. It's like she just gives it into the mother, but like she always is. Yeah.
One great scene in the first movie is when when she kills Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah, and then
the little girl comes
she's like,
down.
you can come find me.
And she was like, you know what? There will be a time where like you will want to come and find me, and yes,
Kill me, and I will
do
be
it.
waiting.
Yeah,
and
I will
you
be
have-
waiting for you. Yeah,
and you have every right to do that. So,
Yep.
bye.
Yeah.
I think she's a
so
great character.
Yeah.
She's an amazing character. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a good nomination. It's
Yeah.
that's a hard one to
Kiddo.
like parse out too because she's definitely technically a mom. So
Yeah, she's definitely a mom. There's a daughter
buy
at
it.
the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't
I'll
watched
take that nom.
For anyone who hasn't,
Did you know that she kills Bill?
Wow, dude.
Oh, spoilers! Yeah.
I love that move where she has like her finger on the coffin.
Yeah.
and
That
it's
is
like,
fun. Yeah.
so, like,
I'm
no-
not gonna lie. I think I've done try to do that a lot. Be like,
Oh, it doesn't work.
Oh, me
for
too.
sure.
No,
It doesn't
yeah.
fucking work. There's no way.
the Fu Manchu montage and everything. Yeah, that's my nomination.
Great.
I like it.
Great.
Yes.
Axe.
Oh, yes. Okay. One that is pretty close to me, I'd say, because I kind of grew up reading the comics. May Parker.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Peter's Aunt May. Every version
Yes.
of her ever, honestly.
For sure.
But especially the one from the Amazing Spider-Man comics, because there's a shit ton of those, and she has been through some stuff.
She has.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've kind of just narrowed it down in my my bullet points to puts up with all of Peter's Spider-Man bullshit.
I think that's like, I just want to stretch it. I think that can go for any character that's
was about to
close
say-
to his life.
I guess, yeah, for sure.
But like for since the dawn of his existence, I think yes.
Yeah, for sure. I
Just to
mean,
put up
I
with
did a
his
bit. I did a bit of extra
angst.
research and stuff. I learned that she was when her and Ben initially took Peter in. She was kind of reluctant because she just had a miscarriage. So I mean, she's got a lot of backstory to her.
yeah.
But then they ended up warming up to each other because Peter's literally the cutest kid ever. So now she just cares.
I love
so
kids.
for the whole time that she doesn't know that he's Spider-Man for a long time in the comics, she just cares and fears for her frail little nephew who wants to be a freelance photographer and take pictures of the superhero
That happens to
swinging
be
around
him.
New York City.
Yeah, I got it.
So yeah, a lot of stuff happens. Lots of retconning, all that stuff. She marries J. Jonah Jameson's dad. She dates Dr. Octopus at one point. Of
course.
What? Really?
She's actually a fox. And yeah.
Whoa! I had no idea.
She's Marissa Tomei.
I don't remember what.
Listen.
I don't remember what storyline it is though. I just remember being like, okay, like Peter, you need to get your priorities straight.
Right? Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Because I remember like there was
my
this
favorite
whole
one was
deal
exactly.
in Marvel Comics where like Aunt May was dying and like Peter Parker's about to be married to Mary Jane Watson.
Right, yes.
And then Mephisto's like, I will bring back your aunt
Yeah,
if you give up your
the-
marriage to Mary Jane.
Brand new-
yeah.
Brand New Day is what it
Really?
was called. Yeah. So this is after the Civil War event in the comics where Peter decides to reveal his identity to the world
is a
on national TV at the White House.
Yeah.
So which is a huge deal, especially for Peter, who is like, no,
Like,
secret
he's just
identity, my loved
notoriously,
ones.
like been private.
And so then I think it was the Kingpin. He hires a hitman to take out Peter, and the sniper ends up hitting Aunt May.
No.
Yeah, so then later on after that, she slips into a coma, and then Mephisto pays Peter a visit, and he decides to rewind in time, not tell anybody, and the comics kind of go from there.
Comics are weird,
but
man.
know, I love it.
Yeah. But in the movie, it's his uncle that dies. No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
like Ben
yeah.
dying is
Still
still a
dead.
thing.
Ben-
Oh, that's
absolutely.
still a thing.
But now
Okay.
they're like Aunt May, who's like,
That's
I don't
still
know,
his
100 years old.
That's
at
still
this
his
point.
origin story.
Got it.
But
Okay.
yeah, this is later. This is later on as Peter is like in his 30s or something.
I completely,
Okay.
yeah. Aunt May's a
Okay.
great pick. She's like, yeah, she's Peter's moral compass. She's the
Flips
one
him a
that
20 when he's down.
exactly, and she.
I love
Remember
yeah the
Spider-Man
OG Aunt May from the
Yeah.
movies is still my favorite.
Yeah, I do.
She's
love
good.
I mean, Sally Field is fantastic, and Marissa Tomei is also fantastic. But come on,
Yeah, come on.
Rosemary Harris, I think her name is.
I like it.
I will not contest you on that. I don't know.
We're moving on to round 3. Man, yeah, lots of.
Nice one, Evan.
Thank you. I'm like it's a little minor key.
Catching on, tongue.
Meow, 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 meow.
Pew, 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 pew.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Tongue, what you got?
There's so many that I want to say. There's so many.
Well,
I
honorable
know
mention.
this is kind of
This,
hard.
this is hard.
actually.
That's hard.
really hard.
There's
So many good
one.
moms.
If I nominate it, I know I won't get on the list, but I just want to say
gotta
it.
do it.
Fine, it's
You have to
fun.
feel strongly enough to nominate as your top 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all. That's all that matters, honestly.
Yeah, you know what? I'll nominate it because I feel like you guys will nominate the other one, so hopefully you do. But this one is the mom from Pokemon.
Ashley's mom.
No.
Have a name?
The mom, your mom in the Pokemon
Oh.
games, in the video games, because.
So after Gary, not Gary, Doctor, whatever his name
Professor
is.
O.
Like, Professor.
Well, yeah, I was wondering. I always like
Nacious
get excited to
Pokemon.
nominate something from a video game, and I was like, okay, I'm looking up like video game
True,
moms,
right? Like,
and there's not a lot of them. But your mom in Pokemon allows you to go on an adventure when you're like 12 years old to catch all the Pokemon.
Irresponsible. is
She'll
what it
call
is.
you. She'll call you and send you money, and she'll also hold money for you. She'll clean your
run
room.
Sounds like my mom now.
She'll let
Exactly,
you come home,
yeah.
she'll let you come home and crash whenever you like.
Exactly. And whenever you call her, all she has to say is words of encouragement, and she's just so happy that you called.
This is amazing.
She's an amazing
Like a
mom.
real mom.
Yeah, she's like a real mom. And she will call you in like Pokemon like Silver, Gold,
Gold
whatever.
and
Like
Silver, yeah.
she will call you just to check up on you and just be like, hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah. Like
I miss you. When are you coming back? It's been 15 years.
It's okay. You continue doing your old Pokemon thing, whatever. Go defeat the bad
My
guys.
son's
Go be the
doing the
best.
Pokemans.
Exactly. So you know what? Your mom in
Show's a thing.
Pokemon, she's great. She's great.
That's true. That's true.
She is.
We'll give it to you.
Give it to me. Give it to
I
me.
will agree. I don't know who she is.
I never played
Me
Pokemon.
neither.
I don't know. My brother did.
It's
sure.
she's literally called mom.
That's it.
Wow, she doesn't even get a like identifier otherwise
No.
than the role she plays.
Yeah. But
Yeah, you get to name Gary, but not your own mother.
yeah,
It's
but she's
garbage.
great. She's so great. Catherine.
Okay, so I'm debating between 2. Don't look, Axe. Don't
I'm not
look.
looking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
saw
eyes
that.
can't- My eyes can't stretch that far.
Well, there's one that I think and hope someone else will nominate.
That's what
I don't know.
Let's just all mind
Okay,
it
let's
real
see.
nominated the
quick.
one I didn't.
I'm gonna do a nerdy mom then.
Okay.
I'm
Dope.
gonna go into the Star Trek universe.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then I'm gonna go to Beverly Crusher.
Yeah.
Who is the doctor in
Yeah.
Next Generation?
Yes.
And mother to rather, Will Crusher.
Yeah.
Which oh, nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
I admired her growing up. We watched a lot of Star Trek growing up, and to me, it was like a super smart like woman in power who like she had like the control of the entire like sick bay, and every once in a while when Riker and Picard were gone, she was the third, right? So she would step in as captain. There are some sweet episodes where like she is
Heck
captain.
yeah.
Check those out.
And she has this really interesting relationship with Will where she is a single mom. So her husband died and I believe was very close friends with Picard. So that's how
Yeah.
Oh.
that's the connection. Nerdy reaches. Sorry.
I love that story.
Yeah. And she actually, as a single mom, like working on a ship, she was like, cool, I'm going to bring my son onto the ship and kind of like work him into the crew. So he's this like 16-year-old kid that gets to like shadow and like it ends up being like a genius and stuff. And they like put him in Starfleet like super early and stuff like that and becomes like Picard's little mentee and all because she's like, go young one, I believe in
I
you.
like that. I haven't
Yeah.
watched enough Star Trek, but I like that description.
Next,
Yeah.
but
Next gen, honestly.
Oh, I
I get the gist.
needed my nerdy one, but I didn't
No,
know
it's okay.
if there was any
Hey,
Trekkies
if I
here.
get
but-
Mom from Pokemon. You can have that. You can have that
Sure,
one.
yeah.
That's
like
a
it.
great choice.
Yeah, yeah.
I totally forgot about Star Trek. I was
Yeah,
just-
she's pretty fabulous. Well, I was
Yeah.
trying to think. I was like, I have other
I'm
like
trying to
my
think of
honorable
any moms
mentions
right now.
Can't wait for honorable
Are there any
mentions.
moms in Mass Effect?
Well, there's,
I was
there's
just
some
thinking
other
that.
sci-fi moms.
There
I'm
is.
gonna- yeah, yeah.
There is, but
I
they're
was
not
just also
good.
trying to think Dragon Age. Yeah.
Evan.
Fair, fair.
Oh God, I'm so torn because I everything I've written down, I was like, oh, I love that. Okay, so the mom I will nominate will probably be the only mom. I just feel strongly enough about her that
Remember,
no,
you
I'll say the other one for honorable
you can't nominate your own mom. Remember?
No, I can't nominate my own.
Can't do it.
This is for you, mom. But the one I feel most strongly about, as a recent obsession of mine, is Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Played by Catherine O'Hara.
She is my
Catherine.
favorite.
She is
Catherine
literally
O'Hara.
my favorite character on that show.
Yes,
Dan Levy's character,
hands down.
David, like close second.
Yeah.
The whole family's like amazing.
Yeah, but she is- yeah.
Moira is just something else. It's just like David.
I need to start watching
David.
Schitt's Creek.
She just she just like like my favorite thing about that, and I know it's not necessarily attributed to her mom qualities, but as like a Moira Rose quality, is that my favorite thing about this show is that like this the rich family comes to Schitt's Creek, this like small little crap town, and because they bought it as a joke,
And they're down on their luck.
and they're down on their
Yeah.
luck, and they bought it like years ago as a birthday gift for one of the kids because it was like a funny joke, like, haha, this place named Schitt's Creek. The mayor is named Roland Shit.
It's his family's legacy. Yeah,
it's
what's
his
wrong with
family-
that? Yeah.
And like one of my favorite things about that show in general is that like she will always, they come from New York, right? So they're like in the big city metropolis, kind of like dressing up in like the silver and black and white and all pristine, like weird off
She always
New
has
York
fancy wigs
fashion
and
week.
stuff, yeah.
All the wigs she has. Oh my goodness. But like my favorite is that it'll pan across like a living room or something. You'll see like in anyone's house and it's all like worn down suburb house or whatever. And then it just like it pans to her and she's like wearing like, I don't know, this huge ostrich outfit. And then she's just casually there. She's like, oh, hello.
She's just like unapologetically who she is.
She's just super
Who
like
she is fabulous.
she's just eccentric kind of
And
thing.
a very eccentric
Yeah,
for
very,
sure.
very, very.
Particular. She wears a 3-piece pajama suit to bed.
Yeah,
Amazing.
an ex-soap actress.
Yeah,
right?
and
So,
she like will
yeah.
always look to her glory days. She's like, oh, I remember when I was on Broadway with Liza Minnelli, and then she like joins like the a cappella group there. Like she's like, oh yes, I want to give pointers to everyone. And then this woman like breaks out into like this most beautiful song ever. You just see Moira Rose go like, like, we'd love to hear some pointers from you, Moira. And she's like, no, I should go, daddy boy. Just
What?
slips away.
The limelight? Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
Sounds exhausting.
she's
in
amazing.
the best way.
Literally
hilarious. She's
the
hilarious.
best thing about that show.
like a good mom?
Good mom. Honestly, the best thing and my favorite thing about that show though is that like she's relearning kind of like what that maternal sense means because
Yeah.
like she's like, I don't even know my children. She didn't even remember Alexis is her daughter's middle name. She's like, what's my middle name? And she's like, Emma. And they just like realized that because they had all this affluence and money that they've been estranged from each other and they never really had a need to connect to one another. And so that's
now
what
they do,
Now they
yeah.
do, and that's what I love about this show. Schitt's Creek is like this urban meets rural.
I haven't even heard of this show until you.
What's on CBC?
It's also on
Great.
Netflix as well. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Everything's on Netflix.
Everything's
Too
on
many
Netflix.
shows. Too many shows.
No excuses. I get through the first couple episodes because it's a bit like I feel like I know everything about the show from the first episode. No. Keep going.
All
Keep
right.
going.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, I give it.
That's my official third nomination as Moira Rose, as played by Catherine O'Hara. It's important
Yes.
to mention Catherine O'Hara because she's amazing.
Yes.
Cool. I love it. Axe.
show.
Bring us home here.
Okay.
Okay.
So my last one is another animated mom.
Oh.
Oh.
I think I have like 3. Awesome.
I thought you said anime mom. I was like,
I looked. There's not much.
Okay.
there's
I
many
mean, Chi-Chi? Anyway.
No, she would not make a list.
My last one is Helen Parr, alias Elastigirl.
I was thinking about her
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
And speaking
yeah,
of that,
yeah.
I thought about her when you said Skylar White. I was like the very particular detail-oriented like person. She's like like taking off her like the pebbles of her husband's shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the real hero of the Incredibles movie. I mean,
100%.
soon to be movies.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, the
it's
second movie is going to focus entirely
It looks
on her.
exactly
Which is,
just all about her.
that's what I'm saying. It looks
Oh,
dope.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
realize that.
she is in the second movie. From the trailer, it looks like she's doing what Bob was doing earlier, except it's not like Syndrome who's sending her out on missions. It's some other dude played by I forget who. I'm not sure.
I am disappointed in you, Mr. I am a walking IMDb page.
Yeah,
Listen,
seriously.
I will do better.
Yeah. Give us your IMDb badge and gun.
But like in the first movie, she basically saves the day after Bob gets captured by Syndrome, right? And she also manages to teach her kids valuable life lessons.
Yeah.
Like, don't listen to what I said before. Listen to me now as we're in this jet that's about to crash into the water.
She rolls with it.
Make a force field.
Also, I heard that those airplane controls that she was giving are like the most like 100% realistic commands that you would
Oh
give.
yeah, I love that kind of detail in movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They did a little research.
Yeah, like someone was like, "This is absolutely correct," versus like, "Mayday, mayday." You know?
Right, just yelling Mayday 6 times and hoping someone comes out. Ah,
Oopsie.
Way to go.
Max.
I'm sorry.
on,
I'm sorry.
Ed.
I'm sorry.
Cut,
I
get
don't
out.
have
Yeah.
elastic powers. Okay.
I don't know if that would help you in that situation.
No, I make it worse. Yeah.
So yes, Elastigirl.
I like that. You know what,
First
Axe?
show.
All your nominations are things that I was gonna say. So
Hey.
you're very, very good. We
It's 'cause I
think
have psychic
alike.
powers.
There's one
Mind
mom. I'm surprised.
There's one
was
mom
not
that I'm
said. Yeah.
Can't wait for honorable mentions.
It's-
I'm pretty sure she's made it on
Yeah.
mentions.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right,
I have
well-
a long list. This was tricky.
Same.
Yeah.
I had
Let's
a
take
long
a
list.
break and go call our moms.
Shit.
No.
Mom.
Top five.
They're taking 55 days to film one scene. What?
Well, they're like huge. This is like
It's a huge scene.
but
Yeah. It's probably an entire
Yeah,
episode.
but-
But still.
It's a lot of
Still,
stuff. Also,
still.
all the episodes are going to be over an hour long, which I'm totally cool.
I heard it's 2
Yeah.
hours. They're
What?
going for 2 hours
Well,
an
mini
episode.
movies.
Which is
I'm
because
cool
there's only
with that.
like 6 episodes, right?
Sherlock can do it. They can do it.
Like, Sherlock's an hour and a half.
They have a lot.
That's-
They have a lot of
I
loose
don't
ends to
even-
tie up.
I
Anyway.
Benedict
That's a
I
different
love
thing.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'm sorry, he's so overrated.
That was
I'm a cumber bitch.
uncouth of me.
How dare you mention Bendy Dung Cumby Bum in front of me?
Speaking of moms,
My mom loves
Segue.
Sherlock.
my mom.
She
my
actually
mom
is obsessed with Sherlock.
Oh, there you
Damn.
go. Perfect.
There
Your
you go.
mom does?
Yeah, my mom loves Sherlock. Hey, mom.
Yeah, you
My
guys want to
mom-
do a quick shout out to your moms here?
My mom's obsessed with Schitt's Creek. So
Heck
like, she-
yeah. I made my
yeah.
mom watch Schitt's Creek, and she's
Yep.
like,
my
I
mom
can't
found
handle
it before
Jocelyn.
me, and she was like, "You need to watch this show."
She
and
knows.
I never trust her recommendation.
I might try
I
to turn.
did.
I might try to turn my mom onto Schitt's Creek because she's a huge soap fan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Her and her parents have watched Young and the Restless for years now.
They make fun of soaps, though. That's
Yeah,
the
because
thing.
like
That's
that
fine.
mom was a soap op.
I'm sure it'll be funny.
I taught my mom how to use FaceTime today.
Whoa, that's a big
step.
step.
Still
That's a
don't
big
think she
step.
A
gets
lot of people
it.
don't believe, but
She doesn't
it's a
get
huge
it.
thing.
She doesn't get it.
Give her time. Give her
not.
time.
Anyways, hey everyone, we're back. We're back. We called our moms. We texted our moms. We talked about our moms.
Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, Schitt's Creek.
And we drank some delicious Game of Thrones beer. Ranked, brought to you by HBO. What we have.
Is it? Well, you're rolling in
I'm
bank.
really rolling in the money here. Actually, I owe that money. So we have our list of 12 here. We have Marge Simpson, Molly Weasley, Lorelai Gilmore, Linda Belcher, Cersei Lannister, Skylar White, Beatrix Kiddo, aka the Bride. We have Aunt May. We have Mom and Pokemon. You can say your joke.
Mom, you mean?
Yeah,
Sorry, it was really
you-
good. No, Mom from Pokemon.
There you go. Thank you.
Which actually sounds kind of dirty now.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
It's a damn good website.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's definitely bookmarked on mine. Beverly Crusher from Star Trek, Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek,
Yeah.
and Helen Parr, aka Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
Yeah.
You,
What a
you.
list.
This is quite the list,
And it's
everyone.
definitely not extensive, like exhaustive, I should say.
Exactly,
No, yeah.
like-
My honorable mentions.
Like,
is
I've got a good
yeah.
dozen.
I like the variety on this list,
sure.
and there's quite a bit on it. So let's, like every episode, let's just say who belongs on this list.
Well, I wanted to point out there are a few moms, and one of my nominations is this, where I don't think all of us know the mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I will offer up Beverly Crusher that I think she's a rad mom, but none of you have watched TNG, so you wouldn't know.
I haven't
But I
watched
like
it.
your-
have
so
watched
that's
it,
okay.
but
I
haven't
like
watched
your
it
explanation of
extensively.
it.
Like, I do
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, but I just
Yeah,
haven't
but
watched
it's-
enough to be like,
It's
my
not
heart.
exactly. It's not enough to be like I can commit behind that to make that a
Yeah,
top
yeah,
five.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand.
Are you sure? Because like your passion for it was pretty strong.
Oh, I love her, but like I'd really have to get into it and like nerd out for a while to convince you guys.
And I feel the
That's
same
another one.
about Moira Rose. I realize not
Yeah.
everyone's here is
Yeah.
huge into or will be,
Oh, I
but
got those,
not
I
right
think.
now. Currently,
And I totally agree with that one, but yeah, we'd have to win over
Give me a
these
day
two
or
with
two
no
to watch these.
context.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I realize you all don't play video games, in which I say, you're crazy. Mom belongs on this list.
Like in theory, that sounds great. Like that's a really cool concept that you have this like guardian character in a video game, but I have no idea. Sorry.
she's not even like she's pretty unintrusive to your adventures. She just supports you the entire way.
She
It's
sends you
great.
money. She gives you encouragement. That like that's cool.
She holds,
but-
she gives you sometimes gifts too. Like you open up your PC, which has a couple Pokeballs or some potions that you can use on your adventure. She's great. She's a great
Be
mom.
like
She's great.
thinking of you.
she's got a little
Exo-Man.
like a paper bag sandwich.
Yeah.
Because I know you're not actually making yourself food.
Spending all your money on food for your Pokemon.
Yeah, gotta take
yeah.
care of yourself.
You're a growing boy. Or girl.
Is there?
Or
I think this should be easy, but like
Binary.
Marge Simpson has to be on this list,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Like, there's no.
I
Yeah.
agree. I did not.
I guess.
Simpsons was not like a cornerstone of my childhood, but I do know the staple that she is in terms of like
she's
mom
the-
character.
That's the
She's
thing. I mean, she
iconic.
kind of
She's like,
yeah,
transcends.
I,
the
and
whole-
I haven't watched
watched the show
like
thing.
episodes of The Simpsons. I just like in terms of like, oh, I remember that episode. Like I literally have peripheral knowledge of The Simpsons, but I will not disagree with the nomination for sure. So
Cool. Can
she's
we?
up there.
She has so many great moments. We can
Oh,
have an entire
yeah.
episode about her. But
Sorry, yeah.
we don't need to. We won't need to.
Can we all, based on the reaction of when I nominated her, can we all say the same for Molly Weasley?
Yes.
I can get behind
I
that.
can get behind
Yeah.
one.
I can get-
honestly.
At
least-
She was on my list.
At least star her for
Sweet.
consideration.
Oh,
She's
yes.
also on my list too. So,
Oh, see.
So there we
Yeah.
are.
There we go.
Oh,
anybody else have stuff?
Well, there's one. I'm sorry, Evan, that I'll have to mention. I know people who have watched Gilmore Girls would feel strongly about Lorelai, but
Right.
the three of us have not
No,
really
and
watched
I
a whole
realized
lot.
that too. So that's
there's
Yeah.
that to
That's
consider.
yeah. I'm torn because I know anyone who's listening to this episode probably would fight real hard for that one.
Yeah.
So we might want to.
I know there's a whole subculture of Gilmore Girls
But
out
it's
there,
not
like,
about-
you know,
It's not about that. No. Those suckers are at home listening to us.
Exactly.
going like swearing at us.
I
like,
just want you to
"Ah!"
know that if you're there and you're listening,
Well, we don't.
I'm here.
The thing is, looking at our list, we don't necessarily have to cut her yet. Like we have quite a few that are pretty niche. So
Like who else? Who else?
Like who else?
Is
are we-
niche.
I would say Aunt May, maybe.
No, I disagree.
Possibly. I mean,
Oh.
I wouldn't agree either. She's not on the scale of Marge Simpson, but
She's
in
pretty.
terms of
yeah, okay.
yeah, in terms of I guess secondary characters to a superhero, she's pretty. I mean, there's
And
lots
also like this too is like also an age representation that like you can become a mother at any time.
She's
really, like you don't have to have been like
Yeah.
at a certain time.
Exactly.
Like because you have Lorelai who was like I was a teenage mom, and then you have people who are like I was 30 years old and had a kid, or like, but like Aunt May just becoming like an adoptive mother in that sense.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
in like her late 50s, 60s.
Well, like if you look at like comic books, there's only like a couple real motherly figures, and Aunt May is like probably one of the top
Oh, yeah,
ones of those
absolutely.
guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't
It's like
really.
Martha
think-
I mean,
Kent.
I can also think of
Right.
characters who do become mothers, like Susan Storm, for example.
Yeah,
Like she
she's-
has a whole brood of children.
Yeah.
With the Fantastic Four on top of that, like also being a mom to those people as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Definitely the
weird.
mom character.
Yeah. But Aunt May has always been like the motherly character through and
Yeah.
through, and she just means so much to Spider-Man, who's like the best superhero ever. So
Shall we?
Literally.
Shall we star her then?
yeah,
For
I say
consideration?
so. I say so.
So Marge Simpson, Aunt May, Molly Weasley.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what we've
hell
got
yeah.
so far.
I really would like to star Beatrice Kiddo.
Thank you.
because
Because she's just, I don't know, it's
That's so hard.
I mean, yes, she's a mom. She's a mom technically, but it's also so. Her situation is so different.
It is very
well,
different.
yeah,
But it's
she's
not
making
also,
the most of it.
Yeah, she's making the most of it, but also like clearly like yeah, I think the best thing about that whole thing is that it's following her journey as well to like of revenge, which is also kind of like, I don't know, a refreshing kind of thing in terms of shifting the narrative to a female instead of always the man who's on a rampage. To,
Exactly.
like,
That was a
revenge
huge deal back in 01,
like
for
no,
sure.
no shout out to Keanu Reeves like avenging his dog.
I totally
Can we
understand.
I totally
talk
understand
about
that.
John-
No, I'm not gonna
freaking do
judge.
that.
Like I'm just
God
saying,
damn.
like, it's just a bit different, and like I guess it's kind of old humdrum now that like we've made many more movies
Top
with like
5
women
dog films.
on a revenge path, but she's fully embracing, I think, of her role of she always wanted to be a mom, I think, as well. Like she
Yeah.
wanted to tell them that's why she ran away. Like that's why she ended up being quote killed. So
Yeah.
I would say also it's just a really fun
But
time.
I could see the argument against her is that we only have like a couple of moments where we actually see her being maternal.
Right.
So that
Yeah, but
moment
that's why we
with-
had the ground rules of like, I agree with you. Like,
That's where-
she's a
yeah.
weird one. The
That's where it gets
qualifier
easy.
wasn't like she has to be motherly to be in this category.
I know, but I feel like we don't see her in that role all
Yeah.
that much. You know what I mean? We see her.
She just happens to be a mom at the same time.
I mean, there's also the fact
But-
that she didn't know her daughter was still alive.
Yeah.
But she was
yeah.
a mom at the like.
Right.
She's still a
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she was still, I mean, all of it then, okay, so you could say she was still seeking revenge. She just thought for her dead child, right? And then
Yeah.
she realizes that.
There's
So it's still kind of underlying the entire time for her.
yeah, I would think it's a bit like, but it's also the sense of loss of motherhood too. I think for her
Yeah,
throughout that as
yeah.
well. So I think that like I think it's always been kind of apparent and kind of there. Maybe you could argue that. I
Yeah.
could argue that. But I could see the be like it's not really her narrative though throughout. Like it's
Well, it's a
mostly
revenge
it's
story,
mostly
but it's-
coming
yeah.
out. But it's
Yeah,
also like it's all
kind
these
of is
people
at the same
taking that
time.
away from her, right? It's also about taking away the opportunity to be a mother, and so like
Yeah.
in that sense, like she's trying to get free from this assassin group. That was she the Black Mamba? Like what were they actually
They're
called
the
again?
snakes, oh shit.
I forget.
Yeah.
They're like
One of them was something to do with the mom.
the sand snakes.
She was the
no,
Mamba.
That's a different show, sorry.
she was.
Top 5 worst secondary character.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I can see the contest about that. I do say that, but I do raise you an overall character arc,
Which, I mean, it's a hell
which is
She's
underlying
fascinating. She's
subtext.
It's a
Yeah.
hell of an arc,
I
and motherhood is part of that.
say let's put a pin in it because I can be swayed either way on
Either
this
way.
way. Yeah.
But also just like in general, like Kill
Everyone
Bill gave
look-
us.
No. I know.
Everyone look for
That's the thing
pin
is like Kill Bill is an
emoji.
amazing film. I'm
Gave
just
us
trying to
gave us
separate
a
it.
great meme.
Okay. Who else do we have here that would even like touch this list?
Skylar White.
Skylar White.
No? Anyone?
I would say I would argue for Skylar White definitely.
Right?
I think it's
I know
such a.
she's not like always likable.
She's not a but that's not the
Which
thing.
they
That's
don't
not
have
the
to
thing.
be.
You don't
Right?
have to
Right?
be.
on our
That's what I
list.
mean.
That's why
Yeah.
Cersei's on the
I
list
think-
too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
exactly.
that's so then. Would you say then only
I don't
one
know.
of those two?
But
would
they
make it?
occupy two different spaces, right?
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
I
Cersei's
don't
see
know.
them as
They're-
very
yeah,
different.
yeah,
they're
because
both-
Cersei's totally about like killing people too, right? And Skylar's more
She's
like
about propelling her own agenda at all times.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
which is very compelling. And then Skylar's like just trying to keep it all together, but
She's trying
barely
to save
play
her.
through.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
definitely
Despite her
like there to
meth
like
dealer
pick
husband.
up the mess all the time. That she's there to be supportive.
Honestly,
even if it's reluctantly. You
I
know,
think
like-
they both could be on the list.
They could.
Oh, let's
I
do
would
it.
say.
I think they
Whoa.
both could probably make the list.
Are we starring them?
Just for
Or are we
consideration.
putting pins in them? Because I have a pin emoji
You
that I've been using.
Pin it up.
pin it up.
So
okay.
then that leaves us with two animated moms, right? If I'm following correctly, we've got
Yes.
Linda Belcher and Elastigirl. How do we feel about those two?
I don't.
Don't ask me. God. This is
oh,
hard.
X. Yeah.
I would like to nominate of your nomination of the ones that are left, Linda Belcher.
Okay.
I don't think either of them are probably going to make the list personally.
Oh.
Like I like them both, but
Straight from Pokemon's mouth.
Hey, the mom from Pokemon's not making this. No. She's a strong number 6. But yeah, I don't know. Like just looking at this list, I don't think like if you already have Marge Simpson on this list, then
Animated mom.
do we need another animated mom?
Well, I'm just gonna say there's a theme here. Okay, I'm just gonna say Marge Simpson, Molly Weasley, Aunt May. I'm just saying,
Mom. You're right.
I'm just saying some consonant
Skylar.
change.
This is just Evan's attempt to get Moira Rose on the list.
I would fight to put her back on.
But you cut her pretty quick.
Well,
so
I was
you
like,
clearly
well,
don't
people
care
are like,
about-
well, we haven't watched Gilmore Girls, but at least Catherine's seen Schitt's Creek, so
It's great. It's great.
it's
yeah.
a good time. And
That's
Catherine
good nomination.
O'Hara.
Hey, Evan, put the gun away. I'll watch it.
Canadian.
Let's see here.
Whatever you want to define that as.
Yeah, like I mean, if I had to pick one, like between Linda and Helen, I'd probably go with Linda as well. Honestly,
I think she's such a positive role
yeah.
model.
Like if we
She
needed
is,
to,
yeah.
like,
Well, so
put
is-
a
so
pin
is
in
Helen
or start
Parr.
one, then yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, they're both positive influences in their kids' lives in completely different ways, but like in great ways, right? It's just
You know
I
what?
don't know.
They're
I
both
just- I
married
appreciate-
moms.
yeah.
Like
You
they're
know
both
what?
married. They both have kids.
married moms doing
They
their
both
thing.
are business.
They are, yeah.
people.
Yes.
I guess if you want to call superhero business.
Well, yeah, of course. They're business people. They're confident. They teach their kids valuable life lessons. One is you have powers. You need to use them responsibly, and
Like
you need
Aunt
to
May.
do the right thing.
Yeah.
The other is
Yep.
do what you want as long as it makes you happy, and be fucking careful.
And
Which
you're
is what Linda says all the
beautiful.
time.
You're beautiful.
And you're beautiful. Look
Oh,
at you
honey.
go. Oh,
Yeah,
I need to master the Linda impression.
I think it'd be Linda out of those two for sure, because Elastigirl seems like kind of a mesh between Marge and Aunt May.
Yeah.
With powers.
How dare you?
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Damn,
Like,
I'd read that comic.
we don't need her. But I also don't know, like, looking at what we have, that Linda would also make the list here.
All right, I'm putting a pin in Linda
merging
though.
Aunt May and Marge Simpson. It's
Yeah.
like Spider-Man just like slinging his like web off of her hair. Oh me.
Thank you. I've been practicing my Marge. It's how I talk to Laura. So
Who does that leave us with?
Hold up, time out. Whoa, wait a minute.
yeah.
Put a little.
You want to repeat that?
Yeah, it's how I talk to Laura. I'm like, Laura, I'm coming to bed now.
She's like, sexy. Yeah.
Let me put on my Homer shirt.
She more like watches him like come down the hallway and just closes the door.
It's true. It's true.
So, who are we left
So
with?
I'll tell you what we have starred so far, and you guys tell me what we need more of. So we have Marge, Molly, Cersei, Skylar, Aunt May, Beatrix. That's 6.
Yeah. So we've got to cut one.
We got to cut one out of those, and that's if you don't want Linda or Elastigirl. Again, I don't think they'll make the list, but you guys can make a case for it.
I honestly don't know them well enough. I've seen Incredibles like 10 years ago, and I've seen a few episodes of Bod Burgers.
Yeah,
so
me
I could
too.
see how they'd make that like a top 12 list. But
You know
like,
what? Incredibles 2 isn't out yet, so maybe that would change the list.
Yeah.
Maybe, perhaps,
Yeah.
but
Okay, yeah,
since we
let's
don't
not
have
take
that
that
knowledge
Based on the empirical evidence that we have so far.
in front of us,
True.
yeah.
So what can we decide here? I would say out of all of these, now that we've narrowed it down, I 100% would be behind Molly Weasley.
Hell
Yes.
yes.
Well, we know that. I think
Yeah, yeah.
I think the fight really is.
Who do we
It's between what?
I think it's. I think Aunt May stays, Molly
Yeah.
stays, Marge
We need to
stays.
fill 2 spots.
It's Cersei, Skylar, and Beatrix that are the ones that are.
The 3 badasses.
It's
Oh.
just because, yeah.
I mean,
well,
yeah,
think about it. If we're
Skylar,
gonna,
Skylar and Cersei, they don't occupy. Yeah, they don't.
They're
occupy,
different.
Yeah, they're different. They don't occupy similar spaces.
And one has,
but
like-
it's definitely more similar than Cersei versus Beatrix.
but there's definitely
Beatrix.
different motivations behind
that.
all of them.
Yeah.
So like we have Cersei, who's more of like she's there to get approval from her father. I think it all comes down to like a daddy issue thing,
yeah.
which is
Oh,
not to
yeah.
belittle anyone's being into that such a thing. But Cersei's definitely
damn.
there to push the agenda, and she's there to make sure that she is always in the upper hand and that she's always in power. So it's about keeping control. And then you
For
have
me, it's
what?
an ego extension.
It's an
with
ego
Cersei,
extension
like,
for sure.
Man, girl blew up the set because she didn't like Marjorie.
But also,
That's a badass
not
move.
just
But she
because,
also tried to
oh,
protect
no.
Tommen from that, right?
But
Like,
also,
yeah,
we
of
all
course.
wanted him to die.
Yeah.
We all wanted the sparrows to die.
oh yeah. I thought you said
That's
Tommen to
we,
die.
we were not sad. Everyone here, we were not sad. We were like,
It was a badass move, yeah.
I was sad about my
And I
girl
love the
Marjorie,
moment,
but that's it.
Yeah, that moment where Marjorie realizes it and she's like, Crap.
I
And
need
then
to
Laura's
know.
like,
and then you just see Laura's too.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh no, we liked him, and we liked
That
Mike.
Did we?
entire
I didn't
scene
realize.
is
All
incredible.
right.
I actually really kind
Meh.
of I'm sorry. After like all demolishing of every queer character on that show, I was very much clinging to his existence.
Right.
That's true. But he got pretty like down on it, like from season like what 3
Maybe.
onwards. So yeah.
oh, really? Wow, welcome.
Hello, get on the podcast here. grab a mic.
What's up?
We need a tiebreaker here, anyways.
Okay, let's find something else here. We have.
Okay. Well, Skylar White.
Yeah, like let's see
talk
if
about
we can
Sky.
like
I
let's
think
see if we can narrow down our picks to 2 people each.
Okay.
And go from
If
there.
I had to choose, it would be I would take Cersei, and I could be swayed with Beatrix. I think I'd go
Okay.
with that. The only one it's Skylar, the one that kind of sticks out to
What's
me.
your reasoning? Why?
I think she's great. I think Skylar is great. I just
like what's the breaking point? I guess what's the straw?
I think it's just entertainment level at this point. You know,
in terms of like the shows that they are featured in.
yeah. Well, not even that. It's just the things that those characters do.
Right.
You know, it's just more entertaining to watch, and that's really what it comes down to. Like all 3 characters I like, so that's the problem that I'm having right
Yeah.
now.
Can I pitch something?
Yeah.
Yes.
I honestly I understand Aunt May, but I don't know her that well.
Me
I know you
neither,
guys
and
seem
I-
both quite strong about Aunt May.
I did
but-
not feel too strong. Like I do agree that she's very prominent and is an adoptive mother figure that's very inspiring, but I don't feel as strongly about
Right,
her.
of
Yeah, me
course.
neither.
I really like her on this list, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
think she's so important. At least in a Marvel
us,
sense, she's so important.
She's Aunt May, like she's everyone's aunt, but to them, she's just an
Peter.
iconic character.
Yeah.
You know? So there's
But if
there's
we're looking at things like
Something like that.
Marge and Molly, they're both
Yeah.
quite iconic. So she would I could see that she could kind of fit
Into
that.
the iconic role.
Yeah, like when I do think. I mean, I'm not huge into comic books. Sorry, but when I think like if there were to be a mom in a comic book, I think Aunt May.
Aunt May has like literally survived every world and every story.
She's a badass, man.
And this is true, but I also like in terms of a presence. I don't know. I think that she's competing with these other characters in terms of like having any compelling, other than the fact that she exists and she's there to be supportive. I don't think she has a compelling con of anything.
Right, yeah, she's just a presence in Peter's life.
And then that's not
Like
just
in,
way. You
like-
don't have to be the most in real life.
Of course.
you don't have to be the most interesting person. But if we're talking about fictional people, I don't think her storylines necessarily are necessarily pressing.
Well, that's the thing is she doesn't have something
relevant,
revolve around her, but she
right?
does
And
like.
she's just kind of always in a background role. I
Yeah,
don't know.
True,
in
a lot of
many
stuff
ways
happens
that
to her
she's-
because it's happening.
I think
to
there's been
Peter.
plenty of stories where she
Sure,
puts
when they
a-
run out of other material, and that sounds so dismissive. That sounds so dismissive, and like I'm not trying, but seriously,
Well, there's that whole.
if we're gonna talk about
subplot that you were
entertainment
talking
value
about.
as well,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Which one?
That whole subplot you were talking about her dying, like getting shot or whatever, and him
The
going back in
devil
time. Like,
is-
Right,
that's an
yeah,
interesting-
yeah.
that's an
So yeah,
interesting
there's a hitman
story.
after Peter, and then so the sniper fires a shot. His spider sense tingles. He dodges it, grabs MJ, and they fall to the ground. But then the shot hits May.
and then
Yeah.
they also have to they give up their marriage so that she
They can just
live.
be common law, whatever.
I'm sorry,
No, but like
she's-
they sell their marriage to this demon, and then he erases
That's his bad
all
story,
memory of their
anyways.
marriage from everyone's mind. So
Just
it's,
because
I mean,
of-
they could be common law. Maybe
They're big Gwen Stacy stands in that side.
Yeah.
We think of that.
Interesting.
But I would contest
that
Aunt May if we're gonna go talk about entertainment value,
Right.
Yeah.
which is something that you introduced.
But that's what I was comparing with these 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was breaking it down to these 3
Yeah, that's
characters.
true,
Because
that's
for me, Aunt May is a given.
yeah, and I don't hate her on this list.
I just like what she means to Peter.
And it would be a nice balance. She would.
Yeah.
It's like a different kind of mom on the list.
Yeah, I don't know.
see
The
that.
things like she's endured, her kindness, her like adoptive mother type quality. We don't really have that on this
Yeah, yeah.
this list, and I think.
Okay.
I mean, I guess Molly
My mom
kind of.
by circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily.
She's the
circumstance,
embodiment of Uncle Ben's will too. So like she always pushes that on Peter whenever he's
But I think
all
he's he's got to grow, And I just think
He's
she's
a
always
kid.
been there.
Which he does. Absolutely.
Yeah, she's like, remember what your Uncle Ben said cook the rice in under a minute.
I know Aunt May. Shut up.
but also, just, yeah. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So, looks like she's not budging.
Well, I don't know. I won't.
We do have to make decisions, y'all.
Oh, this is hard.
This is hard. How do you say no to a mom?
I know. It's
Unless you're a
ranking
person who
like
hates your mom
mine.
and you have justified reasons, then that's fine.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
okay, so
Cersei then. Let's talk about Cersei.
Oh, Cersei fucking Lannister.
But there's
You'll
like different
see.
things.
Yeah.
It's like fictional. Like, are we stretching into like books and TV show? Are we talking more strongly TV show here?
I don't know enough
'cause
about
I've
the
only
books
ever
to talk.
watched-
I haven't read the books.
Oh, perfect.
So we can just do TV show
Because I don't know if there's like
Lena Headey's
defining
amazing.
factors in like one form of media versus.
I
the
think they
other.
adapted it
That's
well
what I'm
enough for us to know who Cersei
It's pretty
is.
similar.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
Yeah,
Which I
I read
mean,
the
you know.
first book, but yeah, I haven't read the other
She's almost-
installation.
excuse me, I would say in the book she's almost more sympathetic because you get a bit of her internal monologue and you see her grappling with things
That's
a bit more.
interesting. Yeah, I imagine she has chapters that are like from her point
Yeah,
of view.
like the whole like her slut walk
Oh
in
my
the book
goodness.
is
Yeah.
very different because it's like it's kind of her. It's from her perspective and it's her internal monologue of her being like, "Oh, those bastards!
man.
I'm gonna get you."
Yeah, like that's the kind of shit I'd
you
like
know,
to read,
which yeah.
She's gone through some shit. She's caused a lot of shit, but she's gone
See,
through it a lot
that's the
too.
thing, and like a lot of it's her own fault.
Oh,
I don't know.
100%.
I
Like,
know, but that's the cool characteristic. Well, she's also a fighter too, right? Like,
oh yeah, that's for sure.
so I
So
like
is
that call.
Beatrice. Oh, okay. So here
Well,
we
she's
go.
literally a fighter.
Yeah.
Beatrice.
So maybe we only need one fighter on the list. Is it between Beatrix and Cersei?
I'm gonna say that like. Well, there's another thing too I want to consider
That
about
face you made.
Cersei. We're talking about like the latest season as well. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched the latest season. But
Fucking watch the latest season.
watch
Yeah.
the latest season.
What are you
But
doing?
also, I'm sorry. I do want to also say that like a point is deducted for me in terms of like a human being, Cersei Lannister, because she just let that Gregor
Clegane.
Yeah.
rape a woman.
that was 2 seasons ago. I'm pretty
2
sure.
seasons ago? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, is it 2?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it totally was 2. And I totally mix up like what happened in season, but like
Right.
basically like he leaves her room,
the septa.
like the
Right,
septa,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And she's like whatever the thing she says.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like,
a shame.
She's
Shame.
shame. Ding ding ding.
Yeah,
shame.
that's
Ding.
that is kind of fucked up.
She like
yeah.
lets that happen, and also
She's not a good person.
She's not a. We know she's not a good person.
Yeah.
Of
but
course,
I
that's not working.
I just anytime that like that kind of thing, I'm just like, oh, like why couldn't you at least be sort of supportive of your fellow woman? But also she's evil, and I understand that Septa like kind of got her like quote just desserts, but also maybe not to that extent. You know,
Yeah, no, sure.
that's maybe my
That's really
just
on-
personal.
I think that's
feelings
really on
getting
brand
involved.
for a brand for Cersei to do something like that, honestly,
Yeah.
because like that's how evil she is, right? And
Yeah.
you don't fuck with her. She'll
Yeah, she's got a
fight you
shit ton
back.
to do.
It just
She's
leaves
the
a very
queen, but she
icky,
also-
like a different kind of icky feeling.
She's
And,
made
like,
the
and I also
time to
just don't
torture
like the
this girl.
writing in that sense.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just me.
Let's talk more about Skylar.
Spoiler.
I
Yeah.
think. I need to hear more about her
I
because like the
think-
thing is I don't like her.
No,
like
no,
I know
no.
you're not supposed to love her at the beginning, but I really just didn't. For
The first couple seasons,
first couple
yeah.
seasons, she's just like, oh
Okay,
fuck.
but that's not her fault.
I know that's not her fault.
That's
she's
because it's fucking Walt.
I need to. Anna Gunn does an amazing
Right?
freaking
She's
job as
incredible.
Skylar. It's just
Yeah.
like fuck. Like, just-
Well, and that's because Walt is kind of keeping her in the dark. She's kind of forced into that role and she kind of resents it. So I think that's why when everything comes to light, it's why she kind of takes that leadership role because she's like, oh, fuck you. You painted me as this like idiot. So here we're doing my thing now.
Yeah.
Like we are getting this fucking car wash. We are like
We are gonna
building
find our
this
other laundering
ally.
businesses, yeah.
Yeah, like we're and there's another scene where I find it a really interesting scene where she's talking to a lawyer and she's like, so like
Hypothetically.
confidentiality, right? But like this is my situation and the lawyer's like, get the fuck out. Like what are you doing? Like
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
is fully my recommendation as a lawyer and a human. Remove
That you
yourself from that
fucking
situation.
leave.
And she kind of goes like,
That's fine. Bye. One of the thing too is that she grapples it with it. She doesn't just take it easily too. Doesn't take it like just like completely in stride because we do think
Yeah.
about like being burdened with that knowledge of trying to like keep a happy family figure, and that's where her pride comes in as well. And then
Yeah.
like you see like that whole moment where she's like walking into the pool and like essentially trying to kill herself, or like this moment, a depressive episode.
she just gives
But
it,
what
yeah.
I also love about this too is that Skylar White also just, it's just like how she's introduced in like the first episode. Like she's just kind of like the white bread suburban mom.
She's
keeping together. She's
pregnant,
pregnant.
and
She's giving her like husband this sad hand job. Like he's just like, and then she's like, okay, there we go. How will we like this crib? Like, and
then she cheats on him.
well, I mean,
But he dicked her around.
and he
like
also,
crazy.
and then like never said that he had cancer. Never let her in. Never let her in.
Yeah. It's a great show.
And I think, there's
Right?
no one's always in 100% the right about this thing. That's like so.
But we
good
could
about
say the
the
same
writing.
thing about Cersei.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
again, it's two different completely
So
like
is it
playing grounds.
Beatrix?
I wonder. It kind of seems like it.
I feel like we're not.
Well, so Axe, you're taking that hard. Why? You just reacted to that.
I mean, no, I just feel like we're all okay with Beatrix, and it might be between Cersei and Skylar, even though they are.
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
I'm like, so we're feeling Marge, Molly, Aunt May, Beatrix, and now we're just deciding between Skylar.
Are we
and
okay
Cersei.
with Beatrix? Like, I'm a swayed individual when it comes to this kind of thing.
I mean, obviously I nominated her, so I'm definitely on board. But
I think she's just like toe the line too much. That's the thing.
It is questioning the qualities and quotes that we are questioning in general for moms, and like maybe her character arc doesn't necessarily evolve around her being a mom.
Which is why it's so interesting that she's on the list at all.
That's
Okay,
well, she's nominated.
I like
well,
it.
I mean, it's just kind of like I don't know. It's kind of I can understand too, because it's just kind of hard to debate that, because like her whole thing is being like, I'm just gonna kill Bill.
Yeah, like I said before, we don't see her in her role all that much.
Yeah, and it's also questioning the. Yeah, but the thing is like her daughter is still young, and
So she's the motivator. Like, what happens is the motivator for her. So that's what makes her a mom. Yeah, but everything else around the movie doesn't seem
Is
very
really
mommy.
just does not yet secondary. I guess. Yeah.
She's consumed by her rage. And
If I were
revenge,
to
right?
replace Beatrix, I'd probably replace her with Cersei, and then put Linda because I love Linda. That's just me.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Well, we just cut.
Sorry. So it would be
Beatrix,
like,
if
okay.
anything.
So it would be like Marge, Molly, May, Cersei, Linda. I changed my mind.
You're just shoehorning Linda in there. I thought we moved past that. No.
I won't go for Linda.
No. I just don't know her well enough.
Yeah.
I
don't know her personally.
I would fight for you, Axe, but
But wait, you would cut who? For
She's
Linda?
just such a good lady.
she's so.
So are we doing
happy.
okay? I mean, so that leaves us with Cersei and Skylar, which
I
I'm
don't
also
think-
which I'm also. Cool
I think
with.
that's the list, though, right? We have Marge, Molly, Cersei, Skylar, and Aunt May.
May.
That's 5.
That's 5.
Oh, because we just cut Beatrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
moral of the story: Evan doesn't get anything he wants.
Oh,
I've had that before on other podcasts.
that happened to
Yeah.
me yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
I was
yeah.
completely shut down, and then I try to like rally behind someone else beside me, and then they immediately betrayed me. And I was
Oh
like,
my
I was just
God.
rallying against your nomination.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that happened to me when I was
Betrayal.
the-
like Beatrix Kiddo.
No, she was a good nomination.
I think she was a good nomination.
yeah.
It's just too hard to.
I had some
parse
other
out.
honorable mentions that I think might be questionable, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
gonna be
Let's
fun.
Okay,
start
so
from
we gotta-
5. Let's start from 5.
Numéro 5.
I would be happy with putting Skylar as 5 if everyone. I'm just happy she made the list.
I would honestly contest. I would put Aunt May on 5.
Oh yeah, no, Aunt May at
Yeah,
5. Yeah,
I can do that.
And
5
Cool.
or 4 for either of them.
I can go Aunt May 5. I can go Skylar 4.
Okay.
Cool.
Marge 2.
Whoa,
Marge
hang
one.
on. Let's go 3. We're going 3 here.
Okay.
Why are we skipping numbers?
Molly 1 dope.
Molly 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so 3 we're thinking Cersei.
Definitely.
So now the
It's
debate.
the fight is
Oh.
Marge and Molly. It's Marge. There's no way it's not Marge. What are you saying?
What are you saying? Why has it got to be Marge?
Exactly.
Why does it have to be Marge?
Sell us. Come on.
Oh wait, you're all against me?
No, I
Fuck, can't do
she's
this.
easily like Marge number fan, maybe.
Well, okay,
don't know.
I'm behind Marge in the sense that she is incredibly iconic. Like it's
Yeah.
like Marge Simpson.
It's like
She's like the OG cartoon mom. Absolutely. She's,
Yeah,
she's,
yeah.
She's
like
got
when
all
you
those
think
qualities that everybody looks for. But I
when
mean,
you think pop culture moms, you like Marge
think of
Simpson.
Marge
does
Simpson.
but
come
when
to
you
mind,
think
yeah.
who do you want to be your mother, you think Molly Weasley.
Yes.
That's not the category. Though.
Oh, but we're gonna differentiate.
I didn't make this category because I have mommy issues.
You don't have to have mommy issues to put Molly Weasley at the top.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think she deserves top 2. I'm totally with that. That's
Sweet.
tough. I don't know. I think I just have way more fun.
Okay. If there was this evil wizard in front of Maggie and was about to kill Maggie, do you think Marge would like
Yes.
get in there and kill
100%. Yeah, she would totally.
She's very productive.
She's a badass.
Yeah. Oh, is she?
Yeah, she is. You've seen her many times in many like things where she's like protective of like
there's
the
similarities
family.
between the two of them as well, in the sense like not only that they're obviously of course moms, and then they have like their iconic family, but also that they're stay-at-home. Question mark?
Yeah.
Does Marge have a job?
I don't think Molly has a job.
I mean,
no.
she does in some episodes.
Molly.
Does Marge have a life?
See, that's what's kind of sad about Marge. Like, does she have friends? She maybe has Maud, but then Maud dies.
Well, spoilers.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Oh.
I would put Molly at the top because I think that I just think that Molly is such a great character.
Yep.
But she's also, I mean, Marge has had, I don't know, how many years has The Simpsons been alive?
Yeah, but
25?
They're about
30
to
years
to
almost?
become the longest running TV series
It's
ever.
true.
Which the
Yeah.
fact that
But,
there are not.
but Molly only exists in like 7 books.
That's true. When I think of The Simpsons,
Movies.
9 movies, 8 movies, 7 books.
and that's enough to get you so interested in her
and
character.
then like Marge will always exist, I think. But I
yeah,
think,
but she's a different character now, right? Like whenever I think of The Simpsons, I always think about like the first like 10, 12 seasons. And now like what Simpsons is now is so like it's a completely different show.
Oh, I haven't watched it in years.
Yeah.
There's a whole documentary
I
on how
just
it's
keep
like a
watching
completely
Homer's
different
Barbershop Quartet over and over.
Yeah. That's tough.
It's pre and
I
post.
always thought that derail real quick. I always thought that Homer Simpson's mouth was a friggin' coconut growing up. I didn't understand.
Like the shape of it looks like a coconut.
Homer, that was a coconut.
Oh dear.
That'd be a great twist. That's when they really ran out of ideas.
It's just this whole time it's been a coconut.
I don't know if I'm gonna win this fight. I have not really.
I think it's 3 against 1.
That's crazy to me though. Like Marge is way more entertaining of a character, and she gets up to
No.
way more hijinks
I mean,
and so much more
we're
fun.
probably gonna ruffle some feathers,
It's-
but also
she's-
fuck feathers.
Right.
Pluck it.
I hate losing to Harry Potter. Even though I love Harry Potter, but I just Molly. She's pretty good.
Come on. And she does have her badass moments. I mentioned the one earlier, but she
does.
also, like, she's very much involved in the Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, she's
Yeah.
kind of like
She
this
goes up
underground,
against
like, rebel
the
mom.
one who shall not be named.
Yeah.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
How
like-
dare you?
Yeah, I think it adds to her character that she is just a powerful
But also that
badass
she's
witch in
such,
her
like-
own right.
But she's such a like an unassuming kind of badass, like just like I have my knitting and my burrows and my children and my
amazing
car
food
and my
and-
amazing
yeah.
food.
Sure,
and
she'll get shit
my,
done, but otherwise-
who's the pop star she always listens to? Oh gosh,
Lockhart? No.
no, not Lockhart. Well, she also loves Lockhart,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
not
that's
the
why
pop
she
star.
goes down.
Oh no, it's in the books. Oh, I'm so sorry,
forget the
big
name.
fans of that. But like she's
Damn
always
it.
dancing to like the pop
Squad's
music
gonna
that's like
kill
the
me.
1990s kind of like love song ballad. I just have great visions of her, and also like she's just a great character in general.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
She is pretty good. I just like Marge better. But in the interest of time, because I gotta make this movie, you guys win me over this time.
Yeah.
So, what's the list?
The list is Mom and Pokemon.
For the top 5, just Mom and Pokemon.
I still think she's great. She should have made the list. 5, Aunt May. 4, Skylar White.
Nice.
3, Cersei
Nice.
Lannister. Number 2, Marge Simpson.
Nice.
And number 1, Molly Weasley. Excellent. We did it, guys. Now let's get into our honorable mentions real quick here.
Yeah,
real
just
quick.
a real quick.
lot.
Just
Yeah, it was a shit.
Can I go straight at the bat first?
you.
Yes.
That's unprecedented, but I
Okay.
like the gall.
I just wanted to say, to be a little more irreverent, a dragon from Shrek.
Oh, that's good. That's
Okay. She has kids. Oh, they're
She
adorable.
does.
That's
She's
fun.
donkey.
I consider her a pansexual.
She is. She has kids with donkey, doesn't she?
She tests
Oh,
children
yeah.
with donkey. They have
they,
donkey
they fuck.
runs.
Oh, I'm just gonna derail the
That's
conversation real quick.
Drakeies.
Yeah, it's probably not great for the. Actually, I don't know.
They probably have the. I don't know. Anyways, I'm nominated her because she's
That's
great.
good. Have you guys ever heard of
Do you
this?
know who else is a pansexual?
Wait, what?
Janelle Monáe. Okay, so sorry. Back to the topic at hand.
Well, I was gonna say, did you know there's something called the Shrek Fest out there?
Literally no, but I just
heard-
not surprised
Is
me.
it an orgy?
Did
or
somebody
is it like
once
a-
tell you
Is
about
it, wait,
Shrek?
is this a Shrek is love, Shrek is life?
No. Well, I don't know. This is a real festival that happens annually, and I just saw it on Facebook
Since 2000.
for like a couple years now. But it's just everybody goes to this fucking festival. It looks really fun, and it's just Shrek themed.
Is it Shrek the
like
musical
a-
also played?
Nope, it's just
so.
Shrek,
really
like a
like
Shrek
that show.
convention kind of.
but not. It's just all outside.
Wow.
So a bunch of people get together, and a bunch of people wearing Shrek masks.
Oh, what
and-
about Fiona? Fiona becomes a. Oh,
She also becomes a
she's
mom
nice.
too.
Yeah, she does. In the third one, spoilers.
Evan, did you have more that you wanted?
Oh,
to
I did.
say?
I did. Sorry.
right,
I
make
wanted
it
to
happen.
say
Do the thing.
Dragon from Shrek, of course. Kitty Foreman from the
Yes.
70s.
Yes.
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 I also want to say Lucy. Oh my God, I wrote her name.
Ricardo?
Lucy de Couture from. I think that's her name. Lucy from the Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, other Lucy.
Yes.
I also wanted to. Oh yeah, de Couture. Godzilla.
Amazing.
From the 1998. Maybe it's an asexual creature. We don't know, but I just want to put that out there. I want to see Sophia Bursett from Orange is the New Black, played by Laverne Cox.
Yeah.
Very important in terms of a mom-ish role that like became a popular meme. Steve from Stranger Things.
Yes. Oh my God.
If we're going to comic books, from Image Comics, Alana from Saga, as written by
Yeah.
Brian K. Vaughan and our Canadian
I like it.
artist Fiona Staples.
Wow.
That's good.
Wonderful.
That's
my
good.
list.
I need to read that comic. I heard nothing but
really good.
I have every issue digital. I can
You're
send
welcome.
it to you.
Send it over.
You're welcome, Exam.
Now, since we're all out of order here, let's go. Axe.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so honorable mentions. I just started watching Arrested Development. So
Yes.
Lucille Bluth.
Yes.
But also
Lucille.
Mallory Archer.
Mallory Archer's gonna make my list too.
They are the same.
They're
That's
the
what's
same
amazing
person,
about
and it's
it. Yeah.
They're so good.
The only
And also
difference is that
age
like
dimension.
none of Lucille Bluth's sons have the middle name Lucille. That's
Yeah.
really the only difference.
That's the only difference.
Also, I was gonna nominate Lucille, but she's such a bad mom through and through. Like,
just to the core. She's just core not good.
she's not good.
Yeah.
She's just a funny.
She's like,
she's
I don't
she's
choose favorites.
definitely one of those characters. Just happens to be a mom.
I don't care for Job.
That is fair.
Such a quotable.
How much
This
are
is me getting
bananas?
off.
$10.
I'm gonna continue my trend of bringing up Fresh Prince everywhere I go. Vivian
Yes.
Banks.
Okay,
course,
I
of
thought.
But which one?
I thought she was going to be nominated.
I never
thought
watched
so.
Fresh
the
Prince
one-
growing up. So.
What?
I know.
I mean, you have time now. It's
I
on
do.
Netflix. Brought to you by Netflix.
And HBO.
Yeah, I was surprised she wasn't nominated. She was my like fourth, but I was like,
Right?
I'm gonna do my nerdy reach instead. Oh yeah.
What else
Good,
we
it's
got?
fine.
What else we got?
Okay, this one is a bit weird. Norma Bates.
Norma Bates.
Yeah.
Whoa.
From
Psycho?
I mean
Bates
no,
Motel.
from Bates Motel more because I
Okay.
love Vera Farmiga and she's fucking wonderful and
amazing.
unhinged as fuck. It's great. Violet Crawley from Downton Abbey because I wanted Maggie Smith to be on this list because she takes no shit. Claire Dunphy from Modern Family is a perfectionist but it kind of comes off as psychotic control freak to her kids, but she loves them anyway and they love her. Mrs. George.
Mrs. George.
From what though?
Curious George's wife.
No. Let me Google this real quick. Live Googling.
Mrs.
Live
George.
Googling. It's always fun.
Mrs. George.
There's a
I'm
lot
just
of
gonna keep
pressure.
singing until I get it. Mrs. George. Oh, Regina's mom from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
The cool
Amy
mom.
Poehler. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
because Amy Poehler is a
I'm
national
not,
treasure.
I'm not like a real mom. I'm cool mom.
Do you need any snacks, condoms?
Okay.
Okay, you kids have fun.
Basically any character that Katie Seagal has played except for Leela. Kate Hennessy in 8 Simple Rules, Gemma Teller in Sons of
Oh, so
Anarchy,
good. That was
Peg
gonna be a
Bundy in
nomination.
Married with Children.
Yeah.
Yes. Bo Johnson from Blackish is wonderful. Cersei Lannister was one of my honorable mentions. Amy Matthews from Boy Meets World because I love Boy
Yes.
Meets World so much. And
Yeah.
she's so cool. Perdita from 101 Dalmatians. She has over 100 kids. And she keeps it together.
Literally over 100. They tell you how many. It's a spoiler.
Exactly. And my last two were Catelyn Stark and
Yes.
Lois Wilkerson from Malcolm in the Middle.
Of course.
Nice.
Nice.
Of course. course.
Bring it back to Breaking Bad.
Let's go. Catherine, give us her honorable mentions.
So on Viv, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's really challenging to talk about this show now, but I would love to bring up Claire
Claire
Huxtable.
Huxtable, yeah.
Like, she is an amazing mom.
Absolutely.
I didn't nominate her because
that
we
sucks.
can't talk about that show anymore. It sucks. But she was this like great, like tough love, no nonsense mom, and like
Fictional.
Absolutely.
was a doctor and stuff. Like, wasn't she a doctor?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, she got shit done.
She was amazing.
I feel like the writers of Blackish kind of took that and ran with it because
Yeah.
Bo is also a doctor.
Yes,
right?
you're right. Yeah,
So
like this
she's
kind of
doing
like
those
smart,
kind
kind
of
of tough
similarities.
mom. Yeah. And I also wanted to bring up Nancy Botwin from Weeds.
Okay. Have a plan. It's called Sell Drugs,
that-
Make Money.
That show
love
went
that
on
show.
long, right?
It went on way too long. The first 3
unfortunately.
seasons are perfect. They should have just
That's
ended
where
it.
that's where I first stopped, and then I kept going later on.
No, you should have just stop there.
I was always thinking of an episode where top 5 shows that went on too long.
Oh yeah, that'd
There's
be
so
good.
many out there that
That'd
are
be
like
good.
that. Office. Go on.
Jesus, yeah. And then I did have Catelyn Stark, but I did technically have Daenerys because she's the mother of dragons.
Yeah.
So whatever.
She counts. She counts.
I also had Jill Taylor from Home Improvement.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I had Senator Amidala, Luke
course.
Leia's mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Natalie
that's
Portman.
good. That's good.
Natalie Portman, yeah. And then I had Lily Potter, like, right?
Yeah.
But we don't see too much of her.
Yeah,
so.
But the
but
ultimate
she's there.
Right?
She's
Yeah,
there in
yeah.
Harry.
Yeah,
you know?
Love
she's there
and
forever.
all of that.
And then the last one I had is for theater nerds out there. I put Mother Courage.
I did have Medea on my list. for
Oh,
a bit,
nice.
too.
I don't know this Mother Courage.
Well, Mother Courage, she's actually
totally
awful.
brag.
Like she like sells her kids off to the war effort. Like she's actually like a challenging mom. But like when you think like moms in theater, you think Mother Courage, like Bertolt Brecht.
Oh,
I was also thinking like
yeah.
Phaedra from Phaedra's Love by Sarah
Oh
Kane.
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely an interesting choice.
Edna Turnblad from Hairspray.
Let's. Good
Who
musical.
you got, Tongue?
You know what? I don't. You guys said it all. I'll just quickly go through it. But I said Molly Weasley. I said the mother from How I Met Your Mother because
Oh.
she was great. She was actually great once she got
Yeah,
introduced.
She was the
Tracy
titular
something.
character.
Yeah.
She was actually really good.
I like the actress.
Marge, Kitty Foreman. I said Daenerys. I said Kala from Tarzan.
okay.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Elastigirl. Sarah Connor.
Yes, I
'cause
actually
from
yeah.
Judgment Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
She teaches her son how to
That's-
Oh
fight
my
for
god, no,
herself.
from Terminator.
Yeah, from Terminator.
yeah.
Terminator. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
great.
she's amazing. Terminator 2,
I
best.
best. I wanted to nominate her, but
That would have been a good one.
yeah, but I had to say mom.
Oh, to bring it back to Cersei Lannister, also played with Lena Headey in the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Hey.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Gemma Teller, because Sons of Anarchy's awesome. Lucille too. Let's see. I
Lucille
had
too, or
Lucille too.
Lucille as well. Yeah.
both. Here's a couple ones. Laurie Metcalf's character from Lady Bird, I really liked. That mom.
okay.
God, yes.
Yeah.
I haven't
yeah,
seen it yet.
absolutely.
but-
Jennifer
Yeah.
Gardner's character from Love Simon's really good too. That mom.
Wait, oh, Jennifer Garner? Plays?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen Love Simon
It's
yet.
really
Okay.
good. It's really good. But
I
you
need to
know,
get
it's,
in there.
It's
Yeah.
hard to when you have long-lasting characters and you have like one mom in one
that's
movie.
fair.
It's
Yeah.
hard to nominate. And last one is Joyce Byers from Stranger
From
Things.
Stranger Things,
Oh,
of
gosh.
course.
I
Of
nominated
course.
Steve.
What the hell? Oh,
I was also
I'm
just
ashamed.
thinking very quickly, Arwen, technically from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Literally like one of the only 3 main female characters.
Yeah, it's not many. There's not many.
There's not many.
There's not many.
One of them ends up being mom.
Galadriel.
Galadriel.
And my axe.
I would say that Gimli and like Legolas are like kind of a parent family kind of.
Yeah, that's right.
Fair. Yeah.
And that's the show. That's we got the show.
Yay.
Let's
That was
quickly
fun.
go through some plugs. Let's plug it up.
And well, I'm just gonna
Catherine.
point out real quick that a lot of us have worked or work at the Great Canadian Theatre Company.
That's
So
right.
come see some shows. We have. Actually, maybe by the time this airs,
Actually, this will be the next one, I think. So.
Oh, okay,
Nice,
cool.
nice.
May
2 weeks from now.
Until
I'll
May
listen to it.
13th, we have Gracie, so we might, yeah.
We might be coming across.
Okay, well then just check out our 18-19 season in September. Woo!
Lots of great.
Lots of good
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
Smash
real.
that sub button.
Oh yeah.
There actually is a kind of hilarious a couple of moms in
In,
next season. Yeah,
Yeah. it's gonna be
you'll
good.
see.
Evan, what do you got going on?
The next thing I'm doing is Ottawa Fringe, so I guess I would like to plug that. So that'll be happening from
Yes.
June 14th to 24th. So it's a
Yeah.
10-day festival. If
Looking
anyone
forward
who
to it.
listens doesn't actually go, you should do that because it's great.
Great.
It's a fun
I'll
time.
be
Support
theater.
local theater. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll be in that, and I'll be performing, and it'll be a very
my.
terrifying time for me.
I'm excited. I want to come back for that.
Make it happen.
Axe, you're
No.
doing so many things.
Not even. I'm
Come
only
on.
in one show right now.
Only one show right now.
Honestly,
Usually
I'm-
it's 10.
Okay, I'm performing and apprentice musical directing Theater Kraken's production of Crybaby, which is up from May 10th to the 19th at the Gladstone Theater.
Oh, my.
It's
Which is
gonna be a
just
hell
down
of a
the street.
time.
All
Come
in
and see it.
Ottawa. All fun stuff in Ottawa.
Yeah.
I miss it so much. I'll be in Waterloo still, but I'll be around. I'm going to find my way back here every now and
doesn't
then.
kick you out with enough Marge Simpson impression.
I'm losing it. And yeah, you can find me at the Pod Cavern. I mean, this is ranked, but we also have another podcast called the Improv Punch Up. Check it out. It's awesome.
ready to punch
And you know
up.
what? I've been thinking a lot about, like, you know, I'm percolating some new ideas of what I want to do with the Pod Cavern. So stay tuned. There's nothing out there yet, but I'm thinking about some new stuff for this year. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, everyone. My mom's definitely worried about me, so I'm going to call her after the movie.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Say bye, Mom.
I love
I love you, Mom.